My mama gonna watch this shit like 20 times and put it on her Facebook.
How fire is that though?
Yeah. No bullshit. Family group chats of numbers I've never seen. I don't know. Today I'm happy. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna be sad. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I wasn't. Yesterday I actually did have some anxiety too, I ain't gonna lie. But I feel like that should just be like part of the process. Like, I'm not like a long-winded talker, but you know, but even to talk about it, like when it comes to like the anxiety and stuff like that, I take it as like an excitement. Like that means I care. So whenever I feel that, I'll be like, just try to channel in the point of reminding myself of really why I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? And what I love out of it. And I ain't gonna say the anxiety go away, but it definitely makes it easier to like handle. I mean, I was raised in this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody who know me, I say this like 100 times, but like Lauryn Hill was like a second mom growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like my best friend was Zion. So like I think like stuff like that, I probably talk about it because it's just like a reminder to myself, like, oh yeah, you supposed to be here. So I never like take it for granted. So when I am going through anxiety, it's like, what am I here for? Why am I feeling this anxiety? And just trying to pinpoint like where that shit coming from. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit helped me get through the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't smoke or nothing, so I really just be taking my problems head on. I ain't scared of shit for real, so it's a blessing. I think that was like becoming a fear. Like I started getting numb to everything, and I couldn't even like touch on my feelings or like pinpoint my feelings like I was speaking about before. So I think a lot of growth happened when I just started facing my shit head on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. So, am I allowed to curse? Oh, yeah, like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just stop being scared of like situations of like really trying to be a man type shit. So, I don't know. I think that's like the blessing of like, I think God gave me was just not being scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm scared, I just know I'm around the right people. You know what I'm saying? And I was built for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's really nothing to be scared about. When I was in 8th grade, I tweaked out. You know what I'm saying? I had some lace weed and I called the cops on myself, some stupid shit. But I think that was like a important moment for me. Like now that I look back at it, at the time it's like, who cares? And I went back to smoking too, but like now that I look back, it was just like trying to stray me away from it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was God trying to tell me like, this ain't even you. You know what I'm saying? But I continued to do it all the way up to like college. But then when I quit in college, like everybody never understood because I just hold myself as like somebody who smokes. Like, but that's how I always was. So when I quit, it just made me so a better man, a better person, able to, you know what I'm saying, focus on my things more. I feel like when I work with artists, I gotta be them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm they're, at least the people I work with, they're like very vulnerable. So it's like, I gotta put myself in their shoes. So I feel all their problems. I feel all their pain. I feel all their heartaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going through a heartbreak when I was working on the Heartbreak project. You know what I'm saying? And obviously I ain't write a lyric, but it was, damn near felt like my story too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's one thing. And then another thing is just like, at the same time of working with artists and shit, and I feel like a lot of people probably could relate to this who do work with artists, that individuality, trying to find your individuality within it. You know what I'm saying? Like even like y'all, like I feel like being behind the scenes so much, you don't even know who you are in front. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think I struggle sometimes with just being like, all right, where does my independency come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we just build our names over the people we work with or the things that we do, but we never really figure out who the fuck we are. So that's why I get anxiety sometimes. Like, damn, I need my own shit. But same time, I know the process and I know what I want to do when I get to where I want to get to. I don't really speak like this, you know what I'm saying? I went to therapy like twice in my life. And every time I go, bro, like, it be feeling like they be playing things in my head. You know what I'm saying? They be like, yo, when people whisper, do you think they talking about you? I'm like, well, I did it, but now I do. Like, goddamn. I ain't gonna lie, to this day, when people be whispering around me, like, what the fuck? I thought I had that shit on. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that's why I struggle, like, doing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to the homies or talk to Chris, but like, shit like this, if people don't understand you or don't know you, it's hard, like, telling them about you. Because, like, you trying to connect dots that you might not know everything about. So, I don't know if I should trust you. I was like 10, 11. So, like, yeah, I couldn't really grasp the concept of therapy. And then I went again in college, literally one time. And this is when I was like, I feel like you get to an age and you start, like, really putting things together of your traumas and shit like that. So I really wanted to go somebody to bounce ideas with. And it actually wasn't that bad. I just never went back because, like, I don't know. I was focused on other shit, trying to get girls and shit. I wasn't really trying to grow for real. But I just thought, like, it was just a lot of things rushing in my head. This is probably around the same time that I was, like, beginning to quit smoking. So, like, those last couple of sessions, they were rough. They was, like, real traumatic. I remember them shit. So, yeah, I just wanted to go with somebody to bounce ideas with. And I think when I stopped, I was able to, like, just kind of, like, holster them and figure out myself. But, yeah, I probably should go back. I need to go to Canada. We got free healthcare and shit.
Therapy's not included.
Crazy thing is, I think I still, like, teeter back and forth from growing. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's, like, I don't think I've ever still committed to, like, oh, just growth. Let me cut out all my bad habits. Like, so I don't know. Like, I think I probably started tapping in probably, like, right outside college. When I graduated college, it was during COVID. So, like, all you had time was to think. But also at the same time, you thinking, it's like, damn, like, I'm going to find a job. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So it was pretty hard to, like, put everything together. So it was more like, damn, let me work on myself so when shit do open back up, I'm ready for shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I actually did get offered a job, but I turned it down to stay with the gang and work on music and shit. So, you know, hopefully that shit pays off in the long run. But I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm just very confident and I just believe in the people I work with. So it's like I don't really ever think about failure. So I feel like to answer that question, I would have to consider failure. And it's really hard for me to consider failure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what failure is. Like, not even trying to be that guy. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen those Instagram pages, but I really don't know what failure is. Like, failure really to me is like quitting. So, like, to drop the ball or, like, fuck it up for somebody, I'll have to quit. And I ain't gonna quit. So, it's like, I don't know how to fail. I always tell people, like, yo, consistency is the key. Like, I don't care what you do. You might not be Drake, but you'll be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not be the biggest artist in the world, but you're going to be somebody. You're going to, if you keep doing this and you build that investment, because all fans are is investors. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm investing my time. So if I see consistency, I'm going to invest into some consistency. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's in anything. So it's like, I don't know, like, if you just never quit, you won. Like, honestly, it's going to be hard for you to really, like, see the success because you, like, so locked in. But, like, you're going to look up one day, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, damn. Like, and that's what success is. Like, it's just about doing what you love, bro. Like, that's success. And if you got to go through the bullshit before you get there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still won, bro. My mama's an entrepreneur, and I ain't gonna lie, I just never seen her fail. Like, it's just like anything we needed, anything we wanted, like, Shorty just did it. And it was like, as I get older, I'd be like, damn, you was really working your ass off. But when you was younger, all you see is just things getting done. So it's like, in your head is like, just get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I think I just carried that over. Now I see how difficult it is to get done certain things, and you respect, you know what I'm saying, what she did. But at the same time, your mindset, I was instilled that mindset, not even knowing the process of everything, just seeing things getting done for like, I probably didn't really start seeing like the behind the scenes, like really having real convos with my mom to like 22. So like that's 22 years of just saying get it done. You know what I'm saying? Not even questioning shit, not caring about the process. Just get that shit done. She was an engineer, so like that shit be like very black and white. You know what I'm saying? My shit is like every color in the rainbow. Like ain't no one way of doing it. Like you can read any book you want. You can't. Nobody could tell you your process. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So when we have convos, like I think, oh, she'd be telling me like, "Oh, what you doing? And get it done." Like you know what I'm saying? Like we just that's our convos. It be mad direct. Like it don't be no extra sauce because it's not really nothing she understands. And she understands like, oh shit, y'all was on Billboard or a Billboard wrote an article about you or a Complex wrote an article. Oh, that's fine. Oh, you got a show here. You sold that shit out. All right, fine. And that's all that matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when it comes down to it, nobody gives a fuck besides, like, the results. I swear to God, after my sophomore year, bro, I had, like, it wasn't all right, because I got to paint myself in the right, like, a semester I had a 1.8, right? So I'm trying to bounce back from that. So I had to change my whole mentality on everything. Like, I was in college just trying, you know what I'm saying? Sleep with girls, trying to be that nigga, you know what I'm saying? But once you start realizing that shit really lame as hell, like, and like success and like actually chasing after some shit was like the real fire shit. Like all the people I look up to, that's what they was doing. It was like, oh, all right, let me lock in. So I think like my junior year, I started trying to like really lock in. Like, so I started starting pages, started working with like different artists. I think at this time, the crazy thing was, at this time I was rapping still too. So I was trying to make a project. But at the same time, I just wanted features. And I just kept working on the features more than my own fucking verses. So it just became like, that's how I got into like A&R and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to hear y'all sound more fire than me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's eased me into the game. Then my dog that I knew since like third grade asked me, yo, you want to manage this nigga Chris? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. But I always told niggas I'll never work with nobody who better. I mean, I'll never work with nobody unless he better than me. And that was the first nigga I was like, all right, he might be better than me. So it was like, all right, we could do something. You know what I'm saying? When I be hearing certain shit, and I be like, I could do that. And then I'll do it right quick and then just prove myself like, oh, I did that shit. And now I'm off it. But I don't really be wanting to rap. That shit kind of, I don't know. That shit ain't for me, bro. Especially in the world rap is in right now, but hell no, I couldn't do that shit because I really want to say some shit, but niggas don't want to hear niggas say some shit unless they say that shit cool. But it's like, all right, if I want to be cool today, like niggas don't gotta be cool every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We from Jersey, so I feel like it's crazy. Like when you really look at like where you from, you just gotta break it down because like where we from. We got Joe Budden, we got Lauryn Hill. Let's just stick to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those are two people who are like the most rebellious from the industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where we from though. Like, that's why I can resonate with those two people so much. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, where we from, like, we really just like, it's like we don't fit in, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? New York is New York, but we looked at like New York little homies or whatever the case is. So, like, as a Jersey nigga, it's like, that's why I couldn't rap, because I'd be like, bro, I don't want to be like none of y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would hate to be like y'all niggas, because that shit never been cool to me, like, to be like everybody else. I think the coolest shit about it, because at the same time, it's like, yeah, I grew up with Lauryn Hill, but at the same time, like, you know, she was Lauryn Hill, so she was around, but she wasn't around. I think the coolest shit about it is just seeing at a young age, like, these people are obtainable. These people are, like, touchable. Like, you know what I'm saying? These people, I can hold a convo. These people care about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that shit, that's why, like, when I see people now, I'd be like, man, none of y'all even higher on my list than Lauryn Hill. Like, we saw a Hove not too long ago. Last weekend? And that shit was like, oh shit, that's Hove. But like, I don't get like that forever. So it's like, I think that's what keeps me like humble and hungry, because it's like I've seen one of the best to ever do it. To me, the best female rapper of all time to do it. So it's like I'm numb to everything else. He was very distant, you know what I'm saying? So like we'll see things get done, but we won't, again, like I said, we won't hear the process. She don't talk about her feelings, she don't talk about none of that shit. So I think for me as a kid who wanted love, you know what I'm saying, just affection, I ain't get that all the time. Like she loved how she loved, and I appreciate that now as I get older. But I think Miss Hill was the first person. I'll never forget that convo too. Like I probably like, I always tell the story like it's 3 a.m., but it probably wasn't 3 a.m. I was just young, so it probably was like midnight. Like, but it felt like 3 a.m. And I remember her coming, like I was sleeping on the couch in her crib. I was probably there for a couple of days too, and she comes and like wakes me up. I'm like, "Why you here?" I'm like, "Oh," you know what I'm saying? And she like, "You and your mom into it?" Like, so you always gotta remember like that's your only mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what it come down to. Like, you only get too many people who love you in this world. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta cherish them no matter what that is or who it comes from. So I think she just and like, you know what I'm saying, hearing that from her, it just meant a lot. So like that would just be a conversation that always helped me and my mom's relationship for her. I just remember hearing To Zion all the time on the radio, and it was just weird because like that was my best friend. It's just like I couldn't even sing that shit. Like that's weird as fuck. So, but like I think that was like the only point of reference I really knew of her. And then this goofy little nigga, you know what I'm saying, at the time. Hey, shout out to my nigga. Goofy little nigga at the time who named Zion come in the room. It's like, what the fuck? And then you just put that shit all together. But like as you get older, you start really realizing the significance of certain people. So I think when I started putting that shit together, who she really was and what she meant to the culture, you know what I'm saying? Like Apple Music just had her project at #1 album of all time. Like, that's fire, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It never really gassed me. I think I look back at it and be like, damn, like that's so crazy. But at the time, it was just like, that's Miss Hill. That's fire. So I wonder if she ever see this, bro? That'd be fine. Like, I don't think she know. That's tough. It's hard to talk about because, like, I think I'm getting to a space where I don't want to focus on the negative when it comes to bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my childhood, it was just a negative light. So I think I'm just actively always trying to adjust my light to bro, like, and how I view him. So, like, but he's a good guy, like a genuinely great person who found God and moves with God, you know what I'm saying? And passes that down to us and helps us whenever he can, with whether it's knowledge, whether it's financially, whatever the case is, he makes sure he's there. So I fuck with my pops. Shout out to Theodore. You know what I'm saying? You get older and you start getting accepting of your parents and just understand that they're people, you know what I'm saying? And even like when it comes to like my childhood and like how my father might have been like distant and shit, like I know the mental shit I go through, you know what I'm saying? So when I start to like put together the pieces and understand like what he probably was going through and how difficult that shit probably is to like talk to your children is or bring that energy towards your children, you know what I'm saying? Like ain't no damn excuse, like bro should still be there, but at the same time it's like when you get older, it's like ain't nobody perfect, you know what I'm saying? And all because of some shit I'll do rather than him don't mean that he's completely wrong, you know what I'm saying? So you just grow up and just learn to forgive niggas because they just people, bro. And like, you only get one shot and you might have fucked up, but you can't go back in time, you know what I'm saying? And as long as you trying now in whatever capacity that is, I'm hard as fuck on myself, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But like, same time, I just understand like my process. But I am hard as fuck on myself. That's a good ass question, bro. God damn, I should do that shit for myself. See, this shit coming interrogation. You see that nigga? Shit getting crazy. Nah, I should do that for myself though. Cause I do be hard as fuck on myself, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that shit be like impossible to get over certain things sometimes. Like, especially when I feel like I'm letting somebody down. When it be myself, I ain't gonna lie, I be like, fuck it, I don't care, who cares? But like when somebody else is involved, especially with our love, I'll be like stuck on that shit for like a month. And niggas don't even know. They done forgave me, dapped me up, whatever. Like, nah, hell nah. In my head, like, that shit never gonna happen again. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I just hold myself to a certain standard. So whenever I feel like I don't hold myself to, when I don't do something that's of that standard, I'm hard as fuck on myself. But I think it's healthy in a way. You know what I'm saying? I escape my own feelings and just pour it into somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's or I work on music, or I gotta do something I love. I think that's just it. Like something like love has to replace that feeling, and it sucks because I wish I can pour that love into myself. Like I wish I could love by myself, but like I can't. So I love by somebody else. So I'll just work on some shit. You know what I'm saying? That'll help somebody else. Like I just pour all myself bullshit into other people, and that should make me feel good. God damn, I never even thought about that, bro, until you asked that. What the fuck? I never even knew I did that shit. God damn. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when it comes to business and shit, like, I feel like that shit easier than, like, personal shit. So, like, when you ask a question like that, like, I want to get married, like, I feel like that shit harder than making $1 million. Having, like, a happy home is harder than, like, being a millionaire. Swear to God. Because, like, I feel like when you working on a business, especially as an entrepreneur, it's just like routine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I do this, I'll do this and do this. Like, everything is kind of like concrete, even though you still have to be like adjust to whatever is happening. But like, you know what I'm saying? A wife, a girlfriend, a kid, like that shit unpredictable as hell. And then maintaining that with the business is like difficult. So like, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like, damn, I want to get married. Like, I feel like that shit hard as fuck rather than what I want to do business-wise. But business-wise, like, I just want to own a bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying? Grow old, make my money work for me. Like, same shit everybody gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you the real sauce. Y'all niggas gonna run off of my shit. If I'm still talking to that same little nigga, he gonna come from my spot. I can't do that. But as far as, like, what I really want to do, I really want to be, like, a husband, a family man, you know what I'm saying? I'm always working with some people, like, that I fuck with and that, like, I can build a real relationship with. So, like, again, like, I get to kind of walk in their shoes when we work. Like, I get to, like, be them, like, in a sense. So it's like, it's easy. But, like, I do wonder what it feels like when I got to work with niggas who, like, paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they pay the bills, even though I don't fuck with them, or I might not even really fuck with their music. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's part of the process. So, I mean, right now, I think it's, like, the biggest blessing is that I get to, like, fuck with people for who they are, and, you know what I'm saying, and it's mutual. And I think that's where the trust comes from. Like, I think I'm just, like, myself. Like, how I'm acting right now, I act like this all the time. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not acting like this, I'm probably just not talking. But I can't help but just be myself. It's a balance of both, like, you know. Because, like, you still got to make people feel you. So, like, to even bring it back to your question, like, I'm not scared of, like, saying I work for somebody, because I just know within that we gonna win. You know what I'm saying? If it's like mutual, like, and we looking each other in the eyes, it's like, nah, she ain't gonna work. Cause I'm not the star of the show. You gotta be the star of the show. Like, if you're not the star of the show, shit ain't gonna work. So, like, I'll take myself out. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm still that nigga. So, I mean, I think it comes with some comfort too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I put that shit on. And, you know what I'm saying, I get my girls over here, I get my money over there, you know what I'm saying? So I think it comes with some type of comfort and just knowing who the fuck you are, you know what I'm saying? So now it's just easy, like, yeah, you could be him, but, like, in my world, I'm still that nigga. So if y'all niggas is looking for somebody to tell y'all the way, bro, stop looking, go find a way. And amongst your journey of the way, you're gonna find some people who should be telling you things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like early on in my life, in this journey, I was looking for people to tell me things or help me out. But as I just started going, I started meeting people within the journey that was helping me get to the next spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's like playing Pokemon. You ain't gonna meet everybody you supposed to meet. You know what I'm saying? But when you go throughout that journey, you gonna meet him and he gonna tell you to make the left over there type shit. So it's like, just go, bro, on God. And even the person that you probably thinking that you want some advice from, bro, that probably not even the right nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not the right time. Don't even take that shit personal. For real. That's what I learned. Like, I don't take shit personal. Like, if I ask somebody for some advice and they can't supply me with what I need, bro, I'm gonna just go. And if I gotta bang my head to learn, that's what I'm gonna do. But you just gotta go, bro. Saying. Can I have like a dramatic walk off? Like, shit.